Hello and welcome to your World Cup Daily Preview, brought to you by 188bet.com, the in-play specialists. My name is Rob Hartnett and I'm going to be here each and every day throughout World Cup 2010 to give you an insight into the best betting opportunities that will present themselves to us over the course of the 64 matches that will make up this footballing fiesta in World Cup 2010. There will of course be great excitement in Soccer City in Johannesburg when Nelson Mandela officially declares the tournament as being open. We seem as though we've been waiting for an eternity, but look, it's here now and let's get it on. First off, in the two matches that we'll be looking at today is the evening fixture between France and Uruguay. France are favourites to go through from Group A, but they're the only one of the 8 favourites that are available to back at odds against to actually top the group. There's been strong support for Uruguay through the last couple of weeks as well. Originally they were available at odds of 4.2 to win this game. Now they're down to 3.65, but I still think that there is some value in that price. They've beaten Switzerland 3-1 and Israel 4-1 in their last 2 warm-up friendlies for this. Compare that to the French preparations where they have managed to draw 1-1 with Tunisia but then lost to the People's Republic of China in their last outing. Raymond Domenech already knows that he won't be the French manager after the World Cup, and they do look as though they're coming into this tournament with a fair few problems in their locker. Of course, they had likewise going into the last World Cup finals, and there they came within a single penalty kick of actually lifting the trophy. But I think that without Zinedine Zidane and with another 4 years on the clock, I think this French team are ripe for the taking. Uruguay can produce an upset here by scoring a win at odds of 3.65. I like Diego Forlan at odds of 7.0 to open up the scoring in the game. He's been in a rich vein of form throughout all season for Atletico Madrid, of course the Europa League winners, and for his national team. And while the manager has left Nicolas Ladero, the Ajax playmaker, on the bench for this opening fixture, that would suggest that this is likely to be a tight affair and that they might be a little bit more defensive than I think they need to be. France have a good record in terms of defence. They have managed to, they play it tight. They conceded only 21 shots on target over the course of their qualification for this tournament, and they've only conceded very few goals. In fact, only 1 in their last 4 opening matches in World Cup finals. So things are likely to be tight. I think, though, that Uruguay can come through at odds of 3.65. If you want to be a little bit more cautious, you might want to have a look at the Asian handicap market, where you can get odds of 2.04, and about Uruguay you get half of your stake as a winner and half of your stake back if they draw, and all of your stake at those odds of 2.04 if they win. I think that that looks like the right kind of a bet for me in this fixture on the opening night of World Cup 2010. Of course, earlier on in the day, we'll have had the pleasure of seeing South Africa host Mexico in the opening game of the tournament. Now, I think that this presents us with a golden opportunity to get off to a flying start in the 1x2 market. Mexico at odds of 2.75 are just too big to be ignored. Yes, history states that the host nation has never failed to qualify from the group stage, and yes, history states that the host nation has never lost in the opening fixture of a World Cup finals tournament. But South Africa are a lesser side than any of those that have gone before in terms of hosting. Of course, they will be buoyed up for this. There will be great excitement. They've done reasonably well in their pre-tournament friendlies as well, keeping plenty of clean sheets and keeping an unbeaten run going coming into this. But they have been against very much lesser opposition, and Mexico are a strong outfit. I like the look of Javier Hernandez, who's Manchester United bound. I think that he could be the man to get the opening goal of this World Cup at odds of 6.0. If you fancy a correct score bet, I think that the Mexicans are going to win this by 2-0 at odds of 13.0. And definitely you want to look at 2.75 about Mexico getting the tournament off to a flying start. We'll be back later on with a preview of Day 2 when the highlight of the action will of course be England against the United States of America. But in the meantime, we're here, we're ready, let's get it on for World Cup 2010 with 188bet.com.